All right, well, first, to 700-mile fans, now 3 more border security bills are on their way from the House to the Senate, where it is unlikely that any of them will pass. So what is the word from Senate Judiciary Chairman Arlen Specter? Pretty much that. So is all of this holdup angering my next guest? Kinky Friedman is running for the governor of the state of Texas as an independent, and you might laugh at that, but polls show he has more than an even shot. Kinky, good to have you back.
Neil, great to be here.
All right, so they're going to drop the ball on this border.
Can you believe it? I mean, here all this was the greatest crisis happening in our country, and now no legislation at all out of Washington. Doesn't really surprise me, because Texas has been waiting 153 years for the feds to help us.
So what happens?
Well, what we need to do is we need 10,000 troops on the border now, our National Guard. The governor finally has put 1,500 there. They have weapons. Most of them don't have ammo. They have no authority to detain an illegal down there. And they're kind of, why are they there? They're kind of for show, to show that the governor has done something. And I talked to Pat Buchanan last week in Dallas. I ran into him. And I asked him, who would Jesus deport? That was one question I asked Pat. He laughed. But Pat said he'd be my unofficial and unpaid advisor on the border. He thinks the border's in very big crisis in Texas.
All right, but you want to be governor of Texas.
Absolutely.
The present occupant of the White House was a governor of Texas. He had and has a much more sympathetic view on this subject than you do.
No, I'm not like Pat. I don't think that Christopher Columbus should never have come over here. You know, I mean,
but he says that the president's saying that this evil, making a look that all immigrants are evil. We're going too far here. What do you think of that?
Here's what I think. Get the troops on the border first, okay? So every local sheriff isn't telling me that things are getting worse and worse. Then a taxpayer ID card that we print for Texas, that any foreigner that wants to work here has to have one, and it'll include a background check. Once they have one, if you're the employer and you hire an illegal without it, we're going to sock you for $25,000, $50,000 the second time around. And we let the feds worry about the pathway to citizenship and amnesty and those things. That would at least control things. It would dry up a little bit.
Because your argument is that what's feeding this employer is more than happy, eager to hire them.
Yes, and the politicians are ignoring this, sweeping it under the rug for political reasons, because they don't want to lose Hispanic votes, and they're wrong about that, because Hispanics that are U.S. citizens feel exactly the way I do. And Cesar Chavez.
Nevertheless, the Hispanic vote, when polled nationally, Kinky, I don't know what it is in Texas, you're better than that than I am, they are moving more to Democrats since this whole thing fired up. Why is that?
Well, they probably should at the time, because I think that Perry, our governor, has done nothing about it. When I went down to visit the Border Patrol in El Paso...
No, but when polled, these are legalists who are saying that there is a racist tinge to this, and that Democrats are taking advantage of that.
I think what's happening is nobody likes to be pandered to, and the politicians are trying so hard not to offend the Hispanics that they're offending them. And the Border Patrol told me, congratulations, Kinky, you've now been here exactly as many times as the governor has, once.
So you become governor, that happens. What's your first order of business?
Well, the first order is to get the 8,500 more National Guardsmen down there. I want to open the Indian casinos and legalize casino gambling in Texas. And I want a listed phone number for the governor so I can be in touch with the people. That is the biggest problem we have.
Kinky Friedman, always good seeing you. Thank you very much.
May the God of your choice bless you, Neil.
The hat and cigar stay if you get in there.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Of course.